What's up guys, it's giveaway time. This is one of the random videos where we're giving away a prize. So buckle up, it's about to get real. I am so hyped for this because today we're giving away a Samsung 65-inch LED Smart 4K UHD TV with HDR. How you doing? Now, in order to qualify to get this TV, you have to, and I repeat, have to follow these 4 steps. Step 1, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Step 2, this video has to reach 10,000 likes. Again, that's 10,000 likes. Step 3, you need to comment down below which is your favorite NFL team and why. Step 4, you have to share this video, whether it be on Facebook or Twitter with your best friend or a family member. If you don't share this video, you ain't getting the TV. Once you do all of these things, you will be qualified to receive the TV. What we're going to do is pick a comment down below, check to see that you meet our qualifications, and then boom, free TV for you. Yeah, that's right, you. The winner will be announced on the TPS Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram social media pages, so go follow them as well. Good luck, TPSers. What's up guys, everybody knows that the quarterback position is the most important position in football. Adrian Peterson is the only non-QB to win the NFL MVP award. A quarterback seems to win Super Bowl MVP practically every year as well. And of course, it's the quarterbacks who keep setting the records for the richest NFL contracts in history. Before you know it, they'll be earning contracts of $200 million. But folks, these quarterbacks wouldn't be going anywhere without the other stars on their team. Let's start giving some other positions credit. It's not all about the signal callers. And the following NFL stars would like you to remember that. I'm Jason Biondo, and today we present the 25 best non-QB players in the NFL right now. Make sure to subscribe to TPS and put on your notifications because we post videos every single day. Every day is a new video, so subscribe. Number 25, Saquon Barkley. The New York Giants took a risk by drafting the flashy, do-it-all running back instead of Eli Manning's successor. But Barkley only pieced together one of the best running back seasons ever. In his first NFL campaign, Barkley was named 2018 Offensive Rookie of the Year after rushing for 1,307 yards and 11 touchdowns while adding 91 receptions for 721 yards and 4 touchdowns. Barkley did all of this behind a horrible Giants O-line as well. Without a doubt, the best is yet to come for Barkley. The man is only getting started. Number 24, Myles Garrett. The Cleveland Browns finally made good use of a number 1 overall pick in 2017, drafting Texas A&M defensive end Myles Garrett. Through his first 2 seasons, Garrett racked up 20.5 sacks and 3 forced fumbles in 27 games. He and Denzel Ward will fortify a defense that should take the Browns to another level for many years to come. Number 23, Stephon Gilmore. Some question Bill Belichick for handing Stephon Gilmore a mammoth 5-year deal worth $65 million in the 27 offseason. But the former Buffalo Bills quarterback has taken his game to an elite level since arriving in Foxborough. The 2-time Pro Bowler was instrumental in helping the Pats reach Super Bowl 52 and 53, and he made what was essentially the game-sealing pick in the latter contest. Gilmore had 20 passes defended in 2018 and topped all corners with a 90.9 grade from Pro Football Focus. He'll be locking down the Patriots secondary for several more years. Good luck opposing quarterbacks. Number 22, Adam Thielen. The Minnesota State wide receiver went undrafted in 2013, but he landed a contract with his hometown team, the Minnesota Vikings. Thielen didn't see much playing time in his rookie and sophomore years, but he broke out in 2016 with 69 catches for 967 yards and 5 touchdowns. Thielen earned Pro Bowl selections in 2017 and 18, surpassing the 90-catch 1,000-yard marks in each. Thielen was instrumental in helping the Vikings reach the 2017 NFC Championship game, and in 2018 he notched career highs in reception yards and touchdowns with 113, 1,373, and 9 respectively. He also set a new NFL record by beginning the season with 8 straight 100-yard games. From undrafted product to superstar wideout, if this team ever gets back to Super Bowl contention, Thielen will be the key reason why. Number 21, Mike Evans. You can't ask for much better production from this guy, who's been stuck on a very bad team with a very mediocre quarterback in Jameis Winston. Evans hit 1,000 receiving yards in each of his first 5 NFL seasons, notching 2 seasons of double-digit touchdown receptions as well. The 6'5", 231-pound wideout displays an elite combination of size, strength, hands, and overall athleticism. Now if the Bucs just could go out there and win with this guy. Number 20, Cameron Jordan. It sure took the New Orleans Saints a long time to rebuild a half-decent defense, but but Cameron Jordan has quietly been one of the game's most dominant and consistent defensive players since coming into the league. A 4-time Pro Bowler, Jordan has recorded 4 double-digit sack seasons, reaching 12 or more 3 times. Through 2018, the monster pass rusher had 71.5 sacks, 44 passes defended, and 10 forced fumbles. He's the type of player every single coach looks to build the defense around. Number 19, Harrison Smith. Arguably the top safety in the NFL right now, Smith has a mainstay in the Minnesota Vikings' annually dominant secondary. He earned a 4th straight Pro Bowl selection in 2018 after recording 84 combined tackles, as well as 3 sacks, 3 picks, and 6 passes defended. Smith was ranked as PFF's top safety in 2017, notching a ridiculous grade of 97, leading the Vikings to the NFC Championship game that same year. Smith has every quality that teams look for in a safety: vision, football IQ, ball hawking skills, speed, and elite coverage. At this rate, Smith is becoming an easy choice for a Hall of Fame induction. Number 18, Ezekiel Elliott. Question Jerry Jones all you want, but he sure hit a home run by taking Ezekiel Elliott with the number 4 pick in 2016. Zeke led the NFL in rushing yards during his 2016 rookie season with 1,631 while compiling 15 touchdowns. That led the Dallas Cowboys to the top record in the NFC at 13-3. Elliott won his 2nd rushing title in 2018, leading Dallas to their 2nd NFC East Division title in 3 years. He and quarterback Dak Prescott have taken the league by storm as one of the game's most dynamic young offensive duos. With Amari Cooper now in the fold, the Cowboys have their next great triplets in place. Now it's time for Zeke, Dak, and Cooper to bring some Super Bowls back to Big D. Number 17, Travis Kelce. If it weren't for Rob Gronkowski, we'd all be viewing Kansas City Chiefs star Travis Kelce as the NFL's best tight end over the last 5 or so years. The 2013 3rd-round pick has been nothing but consistent since his breakout year in 2014. Kelce has surpassed the 60-catch and 800-yard marks in 5 straight years now. He's hit 1,000 yards every year since 2016. Kelce helped veteran Alex Smith enjoy a career year in 2017. Then he helped Patrick Mahomes win the league MVP in 2018. With Gronk now retired, Kelce is officially the best tight end in all of football. Is there any question about it at this point? Number 16, Patrick Peterson. Darrelle Revis is retired. Josh Norman and Richard Sherman have declined. That only strengthens Patrick Peterson's case as the best cornerback in the NFL right now. What more can you say about this guy? He's earned a Pro Bowl selection in each of his first 8 years. With good size, elite speed, and tremendous ball hawking abilities, Peterson has no weaknesses in his game. He's been the NFL's most consistently dominant corner in, the last 3 to 5 years. Among players drafted in 2011 or later, Peterson ranks 2nd in interceptions with 23, trailing only Richard Sherman's 32. Mind you, it's amazing Peterson already has 23 career picks, since quarterbacks are usually smart and try to avoid throwing in this direction. Peterson hasn't displayed any signs of slowing down, and he's got several elite years left in him. Number 15, Bobby Wagner. The Legion of Boom era is done with, but linebacker Bobby Wagner will ensure order is maintained on Seattle's defense for many more years. Named to a 5th straight Pro Bowl in 2018, Wagner is also a 4-time first-team All-Pro. He's an elite athlete with monstrous strength, and he displays tremendous speed for a linebacker. He was instrumental in helping the Seahawks win Super Bowl 48, and if Seattle ran the ball, Wagner could have been the MVP of Super Bowl 49. Wagner reads the play like few other defensive players. He's the ideal on-field general and has earned the respect of his teammates and peers with his world-class play. At this rate, Wagner looks like a lock for the Hall of Fame. Number 14, Tyreek Hill. He keeps getting himself into trouble off the field, and it's anybody's guess if Tyreek Hill will remain in the NFL much longer. While he's around, however, he remains one of the NFL's marquee offensive players. He earned a Pro Bowl selection in 2016 after starring as a special teams player, but Hill emerged as KC's top wide receiver in 2017, recording 75 passes for 1,183 yards and 7 touchdowns. He took his game to another level during Mahomes' MVP season in 2018, catching 87 passes for 1,479 yards and 12 touchdowns. With incredible athleticism and lightning-quick speed, Hill might be the NFL's toughest one-on-one guy to defend against. If he manages to stick around in the NFL, Hill might emerge as the NFL's best wide receiver. That's a big if, though. Number 13, Alvin Kamara. The Saints hit a home run when they drafted Kamara in the 3rd round, 67th overall in 2017. Kamara has totaled 1,611 rushing yards and 22 22 rushing touchdowns through his first 2 seasons, averaging an incredible 5.1 yards per carry. Kamara has also recorded 162 catches for 1,535 yards and 9 rushing touchdowns. He simply does it all. Kamara is difficult enough to stop in the ground game, but he's also practically impossible to cover in the passing game. Kamara might be the greatest weapon Drew Brees will ever have. No wonder the Saints came to an oh-so-close Super Bowl 53 appearance. With Kamara in the picture, New Orleans' offense has become a nearly unstoppable machine. Number 12, Michael Thomas. As if Kamara and Brees weren't enough for opposing defenses to deal with, Michael Thomas is quietly making his case as the league's best wide receiver. Many viewed him as a steal when the Saints took Thomas 47th overall in 2016. Well, 3 straight seasons of 90-plus receptions and over 1,000 yards certainly speaks volumes. Thomas has totaled 23 touchdowns through his first 3 NFL seasons. He led the league with 125 catches in 2018. For those of you who don't know, 125 catches is kind of really good. Listed at 6'3" and 212 pounds, Thomas has phenomenal speed, athleticism, and size. He's a matchup nightmare for most defensive backs. Thomas just keeps getting better and better every year. Keep a close eye on him in 2019, because Thomas might be ready to take over the throne as the NFL's top wideout over Antonio Brown and Julio Jones. Number 11, Fletcher Cox. His sack numbers aren't Erin Donald or J.J. Watt-esque, but Fletcher Cox is certainly in the class of elite defensive linemen and pass rushers. After a messy 2011 season, the Eagles began their road to redemption by drafting Cox with the number 12 pick in 2012. Cox quickly emerged as a stud on the Philly defensive line, but like fine wine, he just keeps getting better with age. Cox is the leader on a dominant Philly front 7 that also includes Brandon Graham and Derek Barnett. Cox was a key part of the Eagles' Super Bowl 52 championship team, and he followed it up with a career-best 10.5 sacks in 2018. Cox is just a nightmare for opposing offensive linemen, given his superb strength and power. And as long as Cox is leading the D-line, Philly will remain a prime Super Bowl contender for a long time. Number 10, DeAndre Hopkins. Unbelievable. Hopkins has only had 1 season with an above-average quarterback in Deshaun Watson. The latter tore his ACL in 2017 during a promising rookie year, but he stayed healthy in 2018, and Hopkins finally knew what it was like to not have a Ryan Fitzpatrick or Brian Hoyer or Brock Osweiler throwing him the ball. Despite the bad QB play for most of his career, the world-class wideout has managed to rack up 4 1,000-yard seasons. This includes 2 100-catch seasons and 3 years in which he recorded double-digit touchdowns. With Watson fully recovered and hopefully healthy in 2019, he and Hopkins have the chance to become the top QB wide receiver combo in the NFL. We've seen Hopkins take his game to an elite level. The same can't be said about Watson just yet, but if it happens in 2019, look out, league. Number 9, Odell Beckham Jr. Like Hopkins, OBJ has put up ridiculous numbers despite not having an elite quarterback. Boy oh boy did Beckham ever make Eli Manning look above average during his 5 seasons with the New York Giants. Beckham is the ultimate definition of a game changer on offense. Incredible route running abilities and excellent hands. The 2014 Offensive Rookie of the Year has posted 1,000-yard seasons every year except 2017, when an ankle fracture forced him to miss 12 games. Now Beckham joins a Cleveland Browns team with a rising superstar quarterback in Baker Mayfield. Let's just say OBJ and Jarvis Landry have all the makings to be the NFL's top wide receiver duo. Have fun, Cleveland. You deserve it. Number 8, Luke Kuechly. The Boston College product checks practically every box when it comes to evaluating a franchise player on defense. It's been a long time since we saw a middle linebacker take over games like Luke Kuechly, and it's anybody's guess where the Carolina Panthers would be as a franchise without him. The 2013 Defensive Player of the Year has led Carolina to 4 playoff berths, including a trip to Super Bowl 50. Kuechly earned his 5th first-team All-Pro selection in 2018, in case you needed to know what the game's top middle linebacker is. Kuechly needs just 52 more tackles to reach 1,000 for his career. He's going to get there, easily. And no matter how Cam Newton fares in 2019, you know that Kuechly is going to give Carolina a chance to win every night. It's just what game changers like him do. Number 7, Todd Gurley. If only Gurley's knee was at 100%, then who knows? Maybe the Los Angeles Rams would have won Super Bowl 53. Because having to put the game in Jared Goff's hands entirely led to disastrous results. At any rate, Gurley is still young enough and has plenty of time to lead the Rams to a Lombardi trophy. The 2017 Offensive Player of the Year is still an MVP on this offense. 30 rushing TDs combined over the 2017 and 18 seasons. Wow. Gurley is good for over 1,000 rushing yards and over 500 receiving yards a season, provided he's healthy. He's the game's most complete running back right now. Let's hope he shrugs off the knee problems and retains his MVP-like form in 2019. Number 6, Von Miller. He's lived up to the hype in every single aspect as the number 2 pick from 2011. Miller already has 98 sacks and 25 forced fumbles through his first 8 seasons. For those who may have overlooked Miller earlier in his career, you finally got a real look at him during the 2015-16 playoffs. You know, when Miller single-handedly disrupted Tom Brady and the Patriots in the 2015 AFC Championship game, and when he dominated MVP Cam Newton in Super Bowl 50. Miller recorded 5 sacks and 2 forced fumbles in Denver's 3 playoff games, en route to win Super Bowl 50 MVP. With excellent speed and agility, Miller is practically unblockable one-on-one. He's the best defensive player the Broncos has ever had. And if he retired now, he'd be inducted into the Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility. Too bad for 31 other teams. He's not even close to leaving his mark on the NFL. There's plenty of great football left in Miller. Number 5, Julio Jones. From 2011 to the present, no NFL wide receiver has put up more jaw-dropping numbers than Julio Jones. The Atlanta Falcons were pure genius for trading up to get him with the number 6 pick in 2011, and he's a surefire Hall of Famer at this point. Jones led the NFL in receiving yards during the 2015 and 2018 seasons. Together, he and Matt Ryan have led Atlanta to a pair of NFC Championship games, plus a Super Bowl 51 appearance. It's too bad his ridiculous tiptoe sideline grab didn't hold up as the game-clinching play. Jones has already put up Hall of Fame numbers, but the perennial Pro Bowler is far from done. He is going to add so much more to his legacy. And as he enters his age 30 season, there are no signs of him slowing down. It'll be another tough year for NFL defenses who have to deal with Julio in 2019, especially now that he has a trusty sidekick in Calvin Ridley. Good luck to them. Number 4, J.J. Watt. Watt enjoyed a nice run as the NFL's best defensive player, but injuries limited him to a total of 8 games over the 2016 and 17 seasons. That allowed the door for 2 other defensive players to surpass him on this list for now. Watt returned to his elite form in 2018, logging 16 sacks and a career-best 7 forced fumbles. Should we mention the face of the Houston Texans also has 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards? It's a pretty good resume. Entering 2019, Watt is just 8 sacks away from 100 for his career. If healthy, he'll certainly be in the running for the Defensive Player of the Year award in 2019, so brace yourselves. Number 3, Antonio Brown. Though Julio Jones has been great for a longer period of time, Antonio Brown has simply been the top wide receiver since 2014. There's no second guessing it. Brown had a career year in 2013, then followed it up with a ridiculous 2014 campaign, which he had 129 receptions for 1,698 yards and 13 touchdowns. The next year, AB put up 1,834 receiving yards. Brown has led the NFL in receptions and receiving yards twice apiece, and beats you with his game-breaking speed and out-of-this-world athleticism. The man has put up Hall of Fame numbers, but now it's about winning the elusive Super Bowl. Brown had a sour exit from the Steel City, but it doesn't mean he's not the best non-QB offensive player in the game right now. Numbers don't lie. Brown is in a class of his own. The only question is if he can continue to produce big numbers in Oakland. Number 2, Khalil Mack. Only time will tell if the Raiders benefited from trading Khalil Mack. But we know after 1 year that the Chicago Bears are simply not going to regret it. Mack had an MVP-like season with the Bears, racking up 12.5 sacks and 6 forced fumbles. It was the 4th straight year in which Mack picked up double-digit sacks. He helped the rebuilding Bears win 12 games plus an NFC North Division title in 2018. He's simply one of the biggest impact defensive players the NFL has ever seen. Kind of like Lawrence Taylor and Reggie White. Mack is only going to get better under head coach Matt Nagy as well. This is the player Chicago will win with for years to come. He's a world-class athlete who can't be stopped one-on-one. The guy is a freak of nature. Just keep enjoying him, Bears fans. We also suggest that the Raiders fans look away, because Cleveland Farrell is not going to be a Khalil Mack 2.0. Number 1, Erin Donald. If we're ever going to see somebody as dominant as Lawrence Taylor as a pass rusher, then it's going to be Erin Donald. It's crazy to compare anybody to LT. Even Bill Belichick warned reporters not to do it. But Donald is certainly making the case as the best pass rusher we've ever seen. I mean, 59.5 sacks through your first 74 games speaks for itself. Simply ridiculous. Donald won back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards in 2017 and 18, guiding the Rams to the Super Bowl in the latter year. He was ranked as the top player in the NFL by PFF both years as well, and 2nd overall behind Tom Brady in 2016. What else can we say? Donald isn't only the best defensive and non-QB player in the NFL. He might be the single most dominant player in all of football right now. Period. It's crazy to see a once-in-a-lifetime phenomenon like this. The Rams' future is in great hands with Donald. You guys think he can't break Bruce Smith's career sacks record of 200? At this point, who's to doubt him? Which other non-QB NFL players should we have included on our list? Join me in the comment section below. Make sure to follow myself and TPS on social media right there. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post videos every single week. They're entertaining. Subscribe to TPS because we post videos every single day. Every day's a new video. Subscribe. If you like this video, give it a like. It takes 1 click right down there. Of course, thank you so much for watching. I'm Jason Biondo. I'll see you next time.
My knee.